So yeah, chocolate mousse. Probably gonna be like an overview on chocolate mousse, and then the specifics will probably be on chocolate itself. So yeah, uh, so chocolate mousse stems from France. It's like a really velvety dessert, like almost like a cream sort of, but denser, and it coats your tongue in this really satisfying way. These can be eaten as is, like our recipe today, or they can be used in like a mousse cake, which is what is pictured on the left. So yeah, that's a pretty quick overview on chocolate mousse. Next slide. So this is probably going to be like chocolate. Yeah, so this is how chocolate is made. So yeah, it starts with like a cacao pod and like the seeds inside. And the cocoa seeds inside of the pods are roasted, and the inner part of each seed is like separated to make cacao nibs. And the second step is that cacao nibs are grinded down, and it's going to be like split into cocoa solids and cocoa fats. The picture in like the top right corner is like an image of the second step. So the bits inside like the spoon, like shovel, is the cacao nibs, and it's being like grinded down inside of the machine below it. And step 3 is making like the liquor, which is the liquid that is put into the chocolate molds. And so like the fats and solids from the second step are mixed with other ingredients like sugar and milk to make different types of chocolate. And like the percentage like number you see on like your chocolate wrappers. So like in this case, we used unsweetened, which is 100% cocoa. It's like 100% cocoa solids. And the next slide is on like different types of chocolate. So this is how like chocolate is like sort of defined, I guess. Each company has like a different name for like the same percentage. So some companies might label one percentage as like milk chocolate, or another as like, but another might label as like semi-sweet. So white chocolate is 0% cacao solids. There's like no brown in it at all. It's just cocoa fat and milk and sugar. Milk chocolate is 25 to 45% cocoa solids, and the rest is like the fats and sugar and milk. Semi-sweet is 35% to 65%. Bittersweet is 60 to 90%. And then unsweetened chocolate, which is what we use today, is just 100% like cocoa solids and like fats. Yeah, so our next slide is on like health benefits of dark chocolate, not milk chocolate or like white chocolate, because those have a lot of sugar and milk. So one, it's very nutritious. A 100 grams of dark chocolate has 11 grams of fiber, 66% of the daily value need requirements for iron, 57% of the value requirements for magnesium, 196% for copper, and 85% for manganese. Dark chocolate also contains a lot of antioxidants, which help your body. It improves blood flow and decreases blood pressure for some people. And it may reduce risk of heart disease and can improve brain function. And the last slide, pretty simple. It's just what countries make like the best chocolate, as in like those candies, like the luxury ones. So these are Belgium, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, and France. There's like a general opinion, and Belgium is like first, and then France is fifth. But do know that like each country has like different combinations for their chocolates. But yeah, these are just like general opinion. And yeah, that should be all. It's just a really quick um, presentation on chocolate and chocolate mousse. We have one pot we are going to fill with 1 1/4 cup of whipping cream.
Okay.
So don't use all of it. Don't use all of the whipping cream, just use 1 1/4 cup. So this is 1 cup right here. And then I'm just gonna add another 1/4 cup.
This is our yellow coat. Perfect. Now you can go. Interesting.
Okay, that's 1/4 cup.
This is so heavy.
Once bubbles do start to form around the edges of like the cream, just turn off the heat because you don't want to boil this. And just take it off of the heat. Okay. Let me just put that in frame. And then the next step is going to be adding in your unsweetened chocolate. I'm just gonna do this in like maybe per like 1/3 at a time, just so I can note that like everything's melted and nothing's gonna be like stuck to the bottom of the pot. So I'm just gonna use a whisk for this part. And then once I've added in 1/3, I'm just going to stir this until the chocolate fully melts. Okay, so my mixture is pretty much done. One you can tell if it's done if like you can like take a spoonful of it and then never mind, I don't have a spoon. But like if it's just like really thick, sort of like mud, not really, but it's just like you can like draw in it, I guess, and it won't like make an even surface. So next step, we are going to take our large mixing bowl, which is going to be the final bowl where everything will go into. We are going to add in our 3 egg yolks and our 100 grams of sugar, or half a cup. And basically all we want to do is to use like a fork or a whisk and just combine it together. And it may look like there's not enough liquid inside the egg yolks, but there will be. And you just want to combine this into one like, I don't know what to call it, but like until it becomes like really airy. So after like 30 seconds of beating, I don't know if you can tell, but like it's more like a liquid than it is like just sugar and egg yolk. So that's like the ideal consistency you want to achieve. So just like how we added the chocolate into the cream, I'm just gonna add the chocolate into the egg yolk in like a third at a time. So I'm just gonna mix this together just so the top like mixes in with the rest, and then just add in 1/3 at a time. and just mix it into the egg yolk. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around like the bottoms and sides, just making sure I mix everything in. But this is pretty much done. We just add in your egg whites. Make sure there's like no egg yolk in there, or else the bubbles won't form that well. So just add it all in. And then I'm probably gonna turn off my microphone for this next part because my hand mixer is quite loud. But once again, if you have any questions, just type it into the chat and I'll try my best to answer it. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see, like, but you can, if you can like see that like peak, I guess, and it's like not flopped over, it can like stand on its own, then that's like what stiff peaks is. So that's like the step we're just trying to get to. We're gonna move on to the next step, which is combining these two. Oh, okay. And when we mix it, we really want to like keep the air bubbles that are in the egg white. You want to like let it stay into the mixture. So basically you want to like try to mix it, but like do it as softly as possible. This technique is called folding, which I still don't know what it means, but yeah, basically I'm just gonna do the same thing as before, add like a third at a time, and then just try to like stir it gently, mix it gently, and try to like not pop as many air bubbles as you can. So I'm just gonna get started with 1/3 of my egg white. And my chocolate has solidified quite a bit, so this is going to be hard. Okay, so most of my egg white is gone. If you still have like a little bit patch of it left, it's fine. We're gonna be adding in other things. Oh, our next step is just making the whipped cream. So you have your mixing bowl. I just washed it, and 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Just add it in. You don't need anything else. Okay, and then just use a spatula, get the rest of it out. So my whipped cream is pretty much done. Just like last time, you can like drag your instrument out and like make peaks with it without them collapsing, then you're pretty much done. You can get started because everyone should be done with like mixing the egg whites into the chocolate. So I'm just gonna give this a mix, make sure it's like soft again so I can mix it easier. And I'll move this to the side, put my chocolate mixture in the camera. And like last time, I'm just gonna do this in portions of 1/3. And if you're done mixing this, then you're pretty much done with the recipe itself.